Tempers have spoiled over here, and they're starting to flare. And during the break, Bautista was running out to right field, and I think Adam Jones had something to say to him. He said they threw behind my back, and that's why he's upset. And then I hit a home run. So the Orioles came up to the top step, and you could see Bautista, what he was saying was, hey, they threw it behind my back. And don't blame me for reacting like that. And the Orioles came to the top step. And Jones is giving it his side of the thing. And Buck Showalter comes out of the dugout. And as we mentioned,
something's brewing here.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's starting.
Rangers trying to get on the board. They trail by 6. High and tight. Look out. And Chu a little bit upset with Chris Sale.
Well, in this kind of a game, I don't think Sale's obviously trying to do anything, but if you're the hitter, you get a little rattled when several of those 95-mile-an-hour fastballs come up and in like that.
And you're looking for something to be in the strike zone, and you get kind of locked in where you don't react real well when a ball gets up in that area.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think Shin-Soo is thinking he did it on purpose. He's just saying he saw his life flash before his face twice in that at bat. Tailing fastballs right near his chin. I don't think he's saying, hey, don't do that on purpose. He's saying, just don't do it, period. Stop it.
Got him. The ball hit the dirt, but on the bounce, Escobar able to get it. He applies the tag. Pagan and Mike Quade arguing, and here's Lou.
This could be the one.
There it is, number 1, the first ejection as a Cubs manager for Lou Piniella, and he is really letting Mark Wegner have it. Just kicked dirt on him. I don't think anybody's surprised that he picked today to do it. Bruce Fleming getting in the way. He just kicked the hat.
A little frustration starting to boil over here for the Tigers. Doug Eddings expanding the zone a little bit. And Castellanos for the second pitch in a row. Thinks he gets jobbed a little bit. Brad Ausmus is tossed from the game. He's there he goes. He gets him. Brad's going to come out and give his piece. He doesn't believe he can see the plate. And you can tell Brad very animated right there. A lot of frustration. And takes his jersey off and nicely and neatly covers the plate. So no use of having the white part.
That is, without question, as animated as we have seen Brad Ausmus, let alone the whole jersey thing there. But he said his piece to Doug Eddings, who had ejected him on a couple of pitches that appeared.
Ortiz will lift this into center field for a base hit. And David aboard here with 2 down, kind of flung the bat into fair ground. So he was headed down the first base line. And David looking back in the direction of home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman.
Yeah, Dreckman getting back at Ortiz too, it looks like.
The bat flip by Ortiz.
And he's throwing him out of the game.
So John Farrell out here now after David's been ejected. The crowd's going to let David hear it as he heads off here.
Now let's see if Ortiz has something to say to Dreckman on the way by. The third base umpire Hallion is going to try to head him off at the pass.
David's telling him he's too sensitive. Now David's throwing him out of the game.
Here's David when he gets to first base. Now what does he do? pointing to him. That's about it. Just shaking his head. Yeah, he's talking to him, but I mean, it's nothing, nothing big right there. To that point.
Bottom of the first inning, gave up 3 quick runs. Did he go? They'll check. Yes, he did, says Jerry Meals. Not been a friend of David Ortiz, and David's got to be careful here.
Yeah, this goes back to the beginning of the ball game, and out goes Ortiz.
An earlier call that David didn't like, the third base umpire, and didn't like this call, and was ejected by the home plate umpire, John Tumpain, that time. David throwing his gear back towards home plate as he walks away after the ejection.
Then it's the home plate umpire that comes over and throws Ortiz out of the game.
That one behind Laurie, and they threw him out.
That means Wakamatsu's got to go too. That is the rule. And
Royals
he's
are running out of coaches.
Yeah. And Gibson's basically telling him to stay in the dugout. I mean, and that's smart, and there's no reason to do it. But the rule, from what I understand,
Laurie and Herrera pointed at his head, and that's what got Laurie mad, and Laurie started walking toward that Royals dugout area, but I just saw Herrera point at his head, and you know what? That's bad.
That is horrible. And if we saw it and it's shown, somebody from the league office is going to see it, and that's going to be something that should be taken advantage of.
You know what? He had every intention to do that when he was out in the bullpen warming up.
Exactly.
He knew exactly when Laurie was coming
you have a one-run game. And the Royals got to be thinking, what are you doing? It's one thing to think about it, but this is a one-run game. And now Gibson's talking to Wakamatsu. He is the acting manager with Yost, who has been ejected already. And from what I understand, and again, with both benches being worn, if a pitcher is ejected because throwing at a hitter and ejected, that means the manager is supposed to go too, unless they have changed that. We'll see if Don Wakamatsu does stay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
You see Herrera.
Yeah.
See, that's when Laurie saw Herrera point at his head. And you can see it. On the far left side of our screen, so great job by our guys in the truck finding it.
Because it's dangerous. It's one thing. He took one on the left arm.
Don just said, I'm already gone.
That's right. So there you are. You said Yost was thrown out twice. Now Wak has been thrown out twice.
So it's the situation that just won't end. And now Wakamatsu, who's about as mild-mannered of as a guy as you'll see, he is all over Jim Joyce, and Jim Joyce not letting it die.
Down by Kane's feet. And it hit Lorenzo Kane, so he'll be on with 2 out. And that would be the 14th time a Royals batter has been plunked. Danny Duffy was at the top step and screaming out at Scott Kazmir, and home plate umpire Greg Gibson is going to decide with the rest of the umpiring crew whether this warrants a warning.
Okay, he's warning him right now. Okay, There's the warning.
I believe pitching coach Dave Eiland was just ejected from the game. And now Ned Yost has been ejected from the game.
Don't see heated arguments like that anymore. And Ned, he's sticking up for his players. Tempers flaring early in this one, the rubber game. Okay, Greg Gibson, he told Ned not to come out, not to come out. We got it all covered, but Ned kept coming, and he threw him, and that's going to be an early shower for Ned. He'll get an ovation from the home crowd.
Back to Ventura, who says something to Eaton before throwing over to first. I should point out now that when the last half inning came to an end, the Royals and White Sox were screaming at each other. That's Samardzija and Lorenzo Cain. And we know what happened with those two in the opening series. They are trying to find different ways to get to one another. And Samardzija will not be pitching in this series.